Boing. Yes. What do I think of Marvin Bagley? I love this question. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I love this question. What do I think of Marvin Bagley? First of all, I think Marvin Bagley has untapped potential and that he's an incredible prospect still, in spite of the fact that they haven't been able to do really amazing things with him in Sacramento. I think he's worth a flyer on for a lot of teams. Do I think he's worth it for the Raptors? I'm not sure. This comes up because John wrote, what do I think of Bagley? As other people have asked me, and it comes up because of course, the Goran Dragic news that he's gone home, of course, and that the Raptors organization has given him their blessing to do so. Many people think that this spells a trade, but I don't necessarily think so, because the Raptors made a move where they did not extend Sam Dekker, which placed them in perfect position, as you can see here, to go to the playoffs with Dragic on the roster and not pay the luxury tax. So they're looking for a training run with their youngsters in the playoffs, is my guess. And that brings me to the whole Sherpa idea from my video a few videos ago, and how, you know, we want to hang on to these guys to mentor our younger guys and show them how to win in the playoffs. And it really comes down to what's going on near the deadline if we're going to move Dragic at all. Now, if we're going to move Dragic, do we move him for a guy like Bagley? Well, here's my best way that I can think of to answer that question, and it has to do with showing you what I saw in a game the other night that I had watched, Sacramento versus the Clippers. And as many of us know, the Clippers have a certain type of big man over there that the Raptors themselves have trouble with. So let's take a look at the highlights from that.
Great screen from Zoo on the roll. Oh, cruel intentions for the iron.
Zoo sets the screen, rolls, and then full speed ahead, throws it down before that next defender can rotate along the baseline. Bagley, a little late.
I give him credit for trying, and Ivica Zubac smashes it in.
So what do you guys think of that? Like, for me, he gets posterized, and you'll notice he's playing alongside Richaun Holmes. Most of his minutes come beside Richaun Holmes. Why? Because Bagley is a little bit slight of frame, and he's kind of a player that we already have, in my opinion. Like, I don't see a compelling reason for us to go get Bagley, because I think we already kind of have him, right? Like, isn't he kind of like Chris Boucher already, or maybe Precious? Or I know he's got height and length, which is awesome, it's stuff we covet, but I don't know that he has the girth, and that's what I feel like we're missing, is the ability to have a center to go up against these big, wide-bodied, wide-shoulder centers. We're not in need of a starting center. We're in need of a specialized center for just certain situations. In short, Bagley's just not the type of center I'm looking for. In honor of Chris Boucher, I'm going to run in the corner here, this side, just a highlight pack from the other night from his highlights. So I'll put that up there now. And I've been super impressed by Boucher, and anyone that watched the full game the other night should have been very, very impressed, even though his three-point shot is still not dropping for him. It'll come. Anyway, so do we target Bagley? I think it's a waste of the Dragic money, and I think Dragic's 19 mil is like massive player value. We can get so much more for it. We can get two players for it that are contributing, or we can keep Dragic and stay under the luxury tax and still go to the playoffs and make a run and mentor our young guys using Dragic. I think there's other pieces that we can move around, and if you think about it, the money involved here. Okay, so here we have Bagley, who, as we saw, can get posterized because he's too slight of frame quite often. And he's hidden behind Richaun Holmes, who plays center, because Bagley just doesn't have the thickness to play against certain centers, like a Zubac, okay? And that's who we struggle with. But why would we go and get Bagley at 11 mil when we already have Bagley for 7 mil in Chris Boucher? And Chris Boucher, if it goes to the open market and another team makes an offer, we can match that offer because we can pay him more than anyone else can on the open market because we have his bird rights. So I honestly do not see the appeal of trading assets like Goran Dragic, which is a great asset, to get something like Bagley, who's just a more expensive version of the centers we already have. So in short, do I think we should be going out and getting Bagley? No, I think he's a tool that we already have in our tool chest. Maybe not as high a end or with as much potential, but we already have that kind of player in spades. We don't need another Marvin Bagley. We need a specialized, wide-shouldered center that can handle certain situations for us. All right. Thanks, John, to helping me fix my video stuff. And guys, be very well. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. And don't forget, it's all about the Larry. All that matters is the Larry Kawhi. Can't you hear me, Kawhi?
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
That's bullshit, Kawhi. Your laugh is
This
stupid.
is Chef's Kiss approved. Mwah!